Hi, hello, namaste. So the assessment season has begun. Most of the students have started preparing or through the process of preparation. And now the final question is how to crack the MCQ question papers, which are going to be released in the month of November for the major boards. So today's video, I'll be talking about cracking the MCQ question papers. So welcome to Lata's Smart Thoughts. The major thing which we should keep while preparing for any exam, let it be an objective or a subjective question paper, that is preparation. Preparation involves planning. Very essential is planning and practice. There is no shortcut to success except the hard work. But smart work is also essential. How smart can we approach the MCQ questions and how to get effective results? For this, I will give you few tips, and you may feel, if you are feeling useful, you can try them, and definitely these are research proven techniques and they would help you. Number one is planning. As I told, for anything, planning is essential. That planning here involves the time management as well as stress management. I am talking about the attention of MCQ question paper, that is right when you are doing the question paper. Planning. The planning, for example, the duration of exam is for 1 hour. You make it into 3 chunks, 15 minutes, 30 minutes and 15 minutes. In this time planning, if you are effectively using, you will not undergo any stress, so you will manage your stress also perfectly. The first 15 minutes you use for the reading the question paper by using your both techniques like skimming and scanning. So skimming is the fast movement of the eyes and just absorbing the content, and scanning is again going point to point in detail. When you are doing this process in the first 15 minutes, just going through the question paper, there would be some questions, if I am not mistaken, around 5 to 10 questions which you can easily answer directly, which you know, so you will immediately answer them. So there almost few questions we have attempted in that first 15 minutes. So this is the planning of the time. Then comes the 30 minutes where the thorough reading, the scanning part. Every question is to be read thoroughly and then we will work out major time. And the last 15 again for review. In this process, when you are meeting hard questions, you will leave them, the higher order thinking questions, and last 15 minutes we will work out on them. So that is a time management which involves even the equal division of time. Number 2 is our interpretation of question. When you read, you should have certain things in the mind. Some questions are always tricky. They use not or they use always. When you come across these words, not, always, you need to read the question twice or thrice to understand exactly what is the underlying meaning given or meant by the examiner. This is the interpretation of the question, that is reading the question thoroughly. Read again and again, twice, thrice, and understand it thoroughly before attempting. And number 3 is don't be in haste. First answer you feel confident A. Do not immediately circle it or block it. Read the other options also and then you go for final confirmation, because always the first answer would be like a tempting answer, so you will get caught by that. So this is the common error which students do. When you are confident with your answer, when your gut instinct says that is the answer, believe it, but still go through and check for yourself. This is the second important method which you should see. Third is, very importantly, what I tell is, do not go for the unknown questions first. Go from easy to hard or known to unknown, so that gives boosting to your mind and confidence increases. Chalo, I know I could do and I will be doing. That sort of confidence levels will increase in the brain and you will be working out. That positive vibe will be making you effectively work out on the problem. Startingly, if you have some roadblocks, you get stuck there and you will not move positively for the next question. So always move from known to unknown, or maybe you can call from simple to complex. This is a third strategy. And next one is practice, practice, practice. You need to practice n number of question papers beforehand, so that this practice will help you to understand the questions very easily. And last tip is the verbal cues. That is, for example, if it is English, you observe the grammar, or to that matter any subject, grammatical errors or something which easily give us a cue that would not be the right answer. Then the units and conversions or the dimensions, formulas, what they use. These also you can relate very well for the answers. So these are some things which should be kept in mind while seeing the options. And last one is your wild guessing. When you are left with no cue, you go for your good golden answers or wild guessing. So how do you do that? There also you just follow 3-4 tricks, that will also help, but do guessing part only for maximum 5 to 6 questions or 5% of the question paper. Others should be regularly prepared and attempted answers only. So in this 5% when you are attempting, how can you do it? Number one is the technique elimination. When you have the 4 options, you see which is most unrelated. For example, name any one hydrophyte. You have there definitely, you have water lily, water hyacinth, banyan, and maybe Kenna indica. So you know definitely banyan is not an hydrophyte, it is not a water plant. You can remove. You have some Kenna, you have some confusion. You have water lily, you have water hyacinth. So exactly which is only one, or water hyacinth and water lily, B and C options. So definitely your answer would be B and C. Seeing immediately option B, water hyacinth, students start doing B. No, B and C is also there, so we have to check that. So eliminate what not needed. When you are eliminating, you keep in mind the north-south answers, that is extremely widely differing answers you can eliminate. That is one technique, especially when you are following the numericals and all. The wide range, the difference between the numbers is very high. So you can definitely keep them apart and work out with the other 2 options. You put this digit as answer and work out as problem. If that is fit, then definitely it will be the answer. So this is one technique which you can use. And third is, when none of the above, all of the above are there, definitely if you are left helpless, try to opt that, because the probability will be more. And when you are doing some questions repeatedly, generally in the sequence of question paper, when you have 4 options A, B, C, D, much research was done on lot of MCQ data, and it was found around 28% of probabilities will be more between B and C. When you are choosing this B and C, you see that the previous question, that the predecessor and the successor also. If it is always the same, generally sequential questions more or less will not have matching answers also, the options. These are wild guesses. I don't mean this is perfect, but that 5% of questions when you are doing, these are some probabilities which the researchers have found and documented. So maybe when instead of allowing or unattempting, these techniques could help you. And lastly, the long answers, that is when there is much content in the answer, what we call long keyworded answers. That also could be an answer, because when it is to be a perfect answer, sometimes all the terminology includes it to be a longer one also. So these are some techniques which you can follow while attempting your MCQ question paper. But I tell you one thing, children, without preparation, just going with these techniques will never help you. 95% of our question paper should be only with our intelligence, elaborative rehearsal. As I told in my previous video, you have to have the content in your mind where you can relate immediately. You should have the memory techniques so that you can retrieve easily and recall the information easily. It can be handily available from your brain to the question paper. But this testing, or this is one important assessment. So try practicing, work hard, practice with effective planning, and success would be yours. If you like the video, you can just share and subscribe. Thank you.